Welcome to Flashback Generations. In this video, Dave and I are going to be talking about the king of the monsters.
Is this in Tokyo?
No, this time we're going to New York. The king of New York.
The game's contents.
The box doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it, as you can see. We've got 6 creatures. They've all got this detailed card. Everything's a very cartoon character about it. We get these dice with all these really random looking stuff on it. What else do we get with it? We're going to get all these pieces. They're all double-sided, as we'll go into the rules in a bit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about why they're double-sided. What do you think of the quality of what you get?
It is pretty good generally. The only thing that kind of puts me off this game a little bit is the fact that it doesn't come with miniatures, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I would imagine quite a lot of people would feel the same way. That why can't we have a plastic plastic little dinosaur?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a consideration that they put into with regards costs. Do you think it would, if you spent a bit more, would that be more reason to buy the game, or do you think that it's okay the way it stands? Are the contents suitable?
Yeah, I think they're actually suitable for a sort of a general play session, but if I had to pay a little bit of a premium to get some nice plastic miniatures, I think I'd go for that.
Do you think it's got an appeal for new players? Could you just have your friend around and show him this? Would this be something that he'd straight away look at and go, "That's pretty cool. I want to be." Like they're obviously all cartoon characters here. We got a giant lizard, a giant praying mantis with a chainsaw. So, it's from the get-go, this game doesn't take itself very serious.
No, it doesn't.
But like these dice are very nice to look at. The card quality, I have to say that your player cards. So if anyone's played King of Tokyo, you'd know that this is a very similar game.
Yeah.
The rule set is. It's expanded from 2 pages to 4 pages. Quite a lot of text for what it is, to be honest. But a lot of them seem to be slight conditions about something that might happen. But looking at your cards, King of Tokyo players, you'll be very familiar with. You got your 1 to 12. Was it 12? Yeah, 1 to 12. Yeah. So as well as that, King of Tokyo players will recognise these cards, which are your monster upgrades. So pretty much the same. For the core set, you get 6 players as well, so you get 6 characters. Is that adequate?
I think so. From my point of view, I have a lot of games where I play with couples, so having 6 is kind of great for me.
Yeah. What about if you don't have 6? If you got 4 players, do you think it's still good?
Yeah. It still seems to be pretty good. I have noticed whenever I do play this game that as soon as you get the set out and people start looking around, they already pick a favourite monster. So it isn't hard for people to find who they want to use.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So we get these little energon cubes. These little green cubes, and it's quite neat. It all. One thing I appreciate about this game is the box design is quite neat to put it away.
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't take up much space in the cupboard, and it doesn't just overspill.
Yeah.
And as of yet, there's no expansions, so it's so it is that size, and that's it. So it's a quite neat game. It's presented pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, again, just to reiterate, not having the plastic miniatures is a bit of a shame, but again, that's just due to the great character design, really, and that's why we want them.
Cool. Okay, well, let's bob on to our next section and talk about the rules.
Okay.
The game rules.
So we've compared this to King of Tokyo quite a few times already, and I think we should, because this game is King of Tokyo pretty much through and through. There's very, very few rules that are not, that they've got rid of. In fact, I can't even think of any. I find it difficult to go back to King of Tokyo having played this, which is a really good thing to be honest. So it's what we are looking at is essentially they've bolted on a big board and there's a city that you have to destroy. The dice have changed a little bit as well because you've got the city destroying mechanic added to it, as well as everything that was there before. So instead of Tokyo as you had it before, we've got Manhattan, because whatever, your monsters are trying to get to Manhattan to become a superstar.
Yeah.
What else do we have? So the cities all have these different values on them. So if you roll, the same way you did before, Yahtzee style, if you're going to roll a one city block, then you get to destroy a one value city. Once you destroy it, you will get one victory point. Then that'll flip over and it'll turn into a jeep. Now the jeep is the army, so all the military presence actually can affect anyone on that square. So you got 6 quadrants here. Everyone has to be in their own quadrant. In fact, you can share quadrants, but it's how it works. What else is to say about the rules? It's do you think it's an easy game?
Yeah, it's a pretty easy game to pick up. There are a couple of things which took a little bit of a while for me and my group to pick up on. Things like when you go to Manhattan and when you don't at the end of the turn.
Yes.
That kind of confuses a few people, and then someone's forgot to move in or that phase.
Yeah. Do you think there's much backtracking that do you find that you've gone, the next person's gone, and you go, hang on a second, that person should be in that place.
Yeah,
does this happen?
exactly.
And then suddenly these dice rolls that happened last turn don't matter how do you play with your group?
Yeah, exactly. We tend to say, if a mistake has been made, it's fine to backtrack. We aren't like a hardcore set of gamers, but
would you backtrack, or do you find it easier to? I mean, because I think what we've done in our groups is if you've forgotten and you didn't, just move on. Forget it.
yeah.
Forget it. The game happened as it's happened. It's an anomaly as it is there, but just move on. Get past it.
Yeah, I think there's too many girls in my group, so that to be.
Oh really? Do they?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to actually inquire about, because my gaming groups I typically don't have any girls, but do the girls really dig it? Do they love it? Are they people to suggest playing it, or?
Yeah, they are actually. Yeah, they've always suggested playing it. Again, I think it's just down to the characters more than anything really. But yeah, no, they seem to really like it, and obviously because I mentioned that there's couples in my group, so there's always kind of usually there's 3 girls and 3 guys. So
there you go, guys. Girls dig giant monsters, apparently.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So rules wise, it's got quite an easy. I mean, how long does it take you to read the instruction book? I would say
it's a couple of pages, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're considering this game, I'm sure it's free online.
It will be somewhere in PDF format.
I'm sure you could read it in under 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You got it, 40 minutes, you're going to get a good idea of the game mechanics. I know every time I've actually explained how to play this game, you have your people around, and it's literally like, I usually tell people, listen, let's just start playing it, because rather than me telling you what all these dice rolls do, I'll help you along in the first round, and by the time it gets to your turn again, you will be an expert at this game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I find that it's a pretty explanatory game. It's good. It's definitely a good game. And it's built. Doubt. Do you think it's built well on what was there before, like rules wise?
Yeah. So there's just a couple of added things, isn't there? Obviously, there is the
city.
Yeah, the city with the mountain quadrants, and obviously I think the actual the added thing of smashing up the buildings and the military turn up is pretty cool, but it can kind of vary how long the game takes a lot. I know I've had some sessions where we've had like 20-minute games stretching up to 2 hours, so it can kind of vary a little bit, that sort of thing.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's talk about the future of the game.
The game's future.
One notable difference with King of New York and King of Tokyo is King of Tokyo obviously has a few years in advance, so it has all the expansion packs out for it. Right. So all the characters in King of Tokyo actually have character-specific upgrades. This game doesn't.
Right, okay.
Do you think this game is severely lacking then?
I'm not sure really. I don't know how they could expand. Looking at it, obviously you can fit 2 monsters to a city, or to a borough rather, I suppose. But yeah, you know, if you start to add more monsters and
Do you think they
stuff like
should? So do you think they should be doing the same route? So for instance, let's go back to him. He will get a specific deck of upgrades for himself.
Oh wow,
There'll
okay.
be an extra card. That's in King of Tokyo. That's how they do the upgrades.
Oh, is that how they do the
everyone's
upgrades?
so suddenly every character is a lot more flavourable.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's one thing it is seriously lacking. Obviously, as I mentioned before, the character designs are great, but there's kind of no story behind anyone. You kind of have no idea what anyone's.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think that the upgrade deck is a little bit too generic as well?
I do. I found that the upgrade deck can cause some issues really, because if you're not pulling out, the good sort of cards, and there is some to be a few sort of really good cards in there, and they aren't in your initial play session, it kind of slows things down a little bit. Because people aren't really bothered about picking up the cards then.
Yeah. So, do you think that this game's got, do you think that people should be rushing out to buy this, like as a future kind of thing, or do you think that it's going to phase itself out because there hasn't been any support for the last year?
I don't know, it's a really good question. It would be a game that I would recommend to people to go and pick up, but I can totally imagine, if they start to add some expansions to it and they give a bit more flavour, like you said, to the characters, then it's a no-brainer then to pick it up.
So, okay, well as it stands, this game retails £25 to £30 sterling. If they did an expansion pack, if they did it for a tenner, do you think that would be fair enough? If we get all the extra character cards and extra character?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Do you think that's the sort of route they should go down?
It sounds like that's the route that they should go down. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd say so. I can't think of anything else that would add to the flavour of this game other than giving these characters a personality and a depth.
One of my little things I'd like them to do is if they do add this character pack in, make it fit in the box that we still have.
Oh right, yeah.
That'd be great. If we can just get this extra character, whatever, a few extra cards, a tiny little rule book with maybe those extra little rules that they want to throw in.
Yeah.
That's it. One thing I was thinking is, could they make the map bigger? Is there any point?
Yeah, it starts to kind of dilute from what the actual game is then, doesn't it? If you start to make the map bigger and kind of move out of New York.
What if we throw in some different type of tiles?
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, maybe every section has I'm not sure what it is, but a 4 damage, and when you get that 4 damage, does something.
Yeah, it does something crazy.
It does something. You get I tell you what, you do 4 damage and you get to choose one of your upgrades for free, or you take one for free.
Yeah.
Something like that. I feel like it's a great game. The mechanics there, but it just needs something tiny to just boost it a little bit.
Yeah, I think there could be a few more things that affect every player on the map. So, like you say, imagine if there was maybe a card in the upgrade deck which you pick up and then you cause an earthquake in every single building turns to red.
Oh yeah.
Something like that would be
yeah. Actually, here's an idea. An effects deck. Every turn you do it, and this is what will happen.
Oh yeah, that'd be up for that.
A lot of games seem to be having this mechanic nowadays. Just a random effect. So anyone in the poor Bronx area, all the Bronx buildings fall down, and it's just suddenly full of military. You could put in some very random elements into it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then that's the sort of thing that people can opt in or opt out of anyway. So it doesn't really matter that much. For me, I think that this is it's a good game. I think it's a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'd agree. 7.5 sounds about right.
Yeah, and then you could possibly bump it up a bit more if we're going to suddenly get that expansion pack that we want to, just add more flavour into the game, backgrounds, options to buy miniatures.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Things that just tidy up the game a little bit. Maybe even change the victory conditions a little bit. That would be an interesting one, because as it stands, you have to get 10 victory points. That's it, full stop. Maybe different conditions. You have to get to the top of Manhattan and sit there for 3 turns, for instance. I don't know, just different conditions, different victory things. A lot of games have done that before. That just change it up a little bit rather than, because as it stands, people can have one strategy, and as soon as they see that card come out, everyone goes for it because they know that that's the way they win the game. But
exactly,
if we change that, experience then comes into play, and how that can ruin it. But you know what? Good fun game. It's a good party game. I'll give it that. It's a better party game than it is like a serious game.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't like to sit around and take it too seriously.
Yeah, it's definitely a beer and pretzel game to the max, really.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. If you got any comments or suggestions about games you want to see, if you want to see Dave again, or if you want him to get buried,
I can't leave.
please tell us in the comments below. Alright guys, Flashback out. See you next time. Goodbye.